Alright y'all, Alex Lovehall here, back at it again. Once again with another ranking video. This time it's the best Wolverine supers. You already know this by now. The Deadpool and Wolverine coming out at the end of this month. I cannot wait to see it. X-Men 97 also killed it. There's a whole bunch of short reviews on my channel already. And Marvel vs. Capcom just got a re-release. Just got a collection. It could be not a better time to be a Marvel vs. Capcom fan or a 90s X-Men fan. Now, similar to my Akuma video, go through pretty much all of the supers, all the Marvel vs. Capcom games, plus a couple bonus ones that I don't want to spoil right now. And we're going to pretty much go through and rank how good they are and which games have the best suit. Categories again, pretty simple like last time. Principles of animation. Does the super look good? Is the impact frames there? Not impact frames, sorry. Does it have a good impact? Does it taste well? Things of that nature. Which principles are shown? Which principles are left behind? Does it fit the character? Like, does this super actually feel like something Wolverine would do, or is it just something that they needed for the game, whether it's an air super or a special move or something? How was the intro? How did the attack frame look? Or how does the attack frames look? Was there any special announcer or sound effects, things like that, right? You've seen the Akuma video, you already know what time to get into. And just so you know how much of a Wolverine fan I am, here's one action figure Mayfix, one of the best ones in the business. We got this trade paperback right here. I can't remember the story. We got Mark Silvestri right here too. And then last but not least, can't forget Jim Lee, one of the GOATs in the business, right? And trust me, I got other comics, and I got other action figures, and I got other games. And just so you know, Wolverine's one of my favorites. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So first off, we're going to do X-Men Children of the Atom. And I've now seen that certain videos, not all the supers are going to be shown. So I'm going to have to go across different videos just to make sure all the supers are showcased. That's just what it is. But here we go. So right now, this looks like this is going to be Berserker Charge. Or I guess we're going to call this Berserker Charge. If it's not called that in this game, that's what it is. And this is pretty basic. Well, let me just go through the full thing first before I get started. Oh, right. See, that's one that's actually not in the game. And then this is Berserker Barrage. Okay. So, stop. Go to the other one real quick. Alright, let me just double check. But right now, I'm going to be honest. I will say this game has the most animation frame out of all the Marvel games. So if Wolverine, can I talk? Let me slow down. Since Wolverine is in this game, he has the most animation frames he's going to have in all the games. So going forward, they're going to take animations away unless it's a new move, not add them in. So that's pretty much all the ones I see. Now, I will say, Children of the Atom is the only one that gives Wolverine a healing super. So for that alone, it at least is a B tier, right? Because no other game that I can see right now, no other Marvel vs. Capcom game has Wolverine being able to heal on command, right? I know the healing factor seems like it's a broken move, or you could really abuse it like Elena's healing, but Wolverine has a super strong healing factor, so it's gotta be there, right? Like, I really wish Elena's healing was on Wolverine, but you could do some wild shit with it. But it be that as it may. Now, just for me personally, the Berserker Charge, the after images are kind of cool, right? I don't hate them. It can definitely get confusing after a while. And the Berserker Barrage, honestly, the version of Children of the Atom looks like the version you're going to see as a special move, but a little bit worse. Because it doesn't work when it's slowed down. So it gets a B, basically because of the healing factor super that you just saw. Right? Ooh, there we go. So now we're going on to Marvel Superheroes. Okay, so this is the first game where Weapon X is in. That's probably my favorite Wolverine super he has, period. Ah! Okay. So because Weapon X is here... Hold on, let me actually... Oh, not that. Calm down. Oh, I should actually probably be listening, to be honest. I kind of just forgot to even just listen in. Alright, here we go. So... Forgive me, guys. It's late, and I just had a whole long Tekken session, but you don't care about that. So, Marvel Superheroes. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this in an A tier, only because when I think of the Weapon X, this is one of the versions I think of. Now, I will say the Berserker Barrage, the effects in this game kind of distract me from it, right? So if we go back, right, you see how you can barely see. Oh, hold on, perfect. Let me slow it down just a tad, just a tad. See how you can actually clearly see Wolverine's arms, his hands, right? When you go through the actual pose, you can actually see what he's doing. Also, I will say that I forgot to say Children of the Atom having the X and the actual announcer, that's a really nice touch. Right? And how Wolverine's super exaggerated, his claws like morph and like switch shapes and sizes, that's really nice. You notice again, more animation in this game is comparative. Now if you look at this one, right? It still has the same X from Children of the Atom, which, spoiler alert, if you didn't know, most characters. I'll get to that in the Marvel 2 section, but just remember that he has an X in this game. Right? But you see how the hit effects from Marvel superheroes kind of blind you from actually seeing the animation? I don't like that. Right? That's really jarring. But this move is all new in this game. Right? So, for all intents and purposes, this is like the SNK Super. You know, you do the animation, you rush the screen, you do a big barrage, and you do a big special move to finish it out. Right? Bam. I will say the slowdown with the actual claw effects and the X, this shit is amazing. This part is whatever, but this, especially with the Weapon X and the announcer and the slowdown and that part right there, that sells it for me. That's like some old school samurai type shit. Now, going forward, I don't know if the other games are going to improve that or not, but the Weapon X alone is what's putting that in 8. Right? So let's keep it going. Alright, what's next? Okay, so far I like that one better. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I think I like the Marvel superheroes version of Weapon X better. Because let me just make sure I'm seeing it right. Okay. Is there a I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it tall. I'm gonna keep it tall. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. I like how it's the same idea, right? You have a different where was it look there we go. So you have a different way of doing the same thing. So it's pretty much do super. You last hit is slowed down and you get a special win effect. Right? Now, the thing I like about Marvel superheroes is you have the text right there, right? Now, Street Fighter. Okay, well this one didn't actually have the text. But you saw how I had the X, and it like actually flashed a little bit. So I will say I like how in X versus Street Fighter you can actually see the things happen a lot clearer, right? This one, there's not like a bunch of big Marvel superheroes hit effects blocking the vision, right? The moves themselves, it's a lot of reused animation. That's the one thing I forgot to mention. So the super itself is pretty much sold by the end, but realistically speaking, it's a bunch of the same moves you can already do, just put together once. But the ending thing really sells it. So I'm gonna put this in the same tier because they're pretty much doing the same thing, to be honest. So I can't put one heavy over the other. I don't give a shit about your sponsor, good sir, good buddy. Let's see what this game got looking for me. Oh, nope. I can already tell you, I've been suffering from some weird, epileptic seizure type things. I don't have it diagnosed. I'm not going to say it's exactly, but that alone, right there, that flashlight just immediately knocked it down. Right? Let me see. That color's interesting, though. Let me see if there's any special ending to it. Oh, and he has Berserker Charge. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he's got Fatal Claw? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take a guess and say that all of them have the same little windscreen, right? Let me see. Oh, I forgot the announcer. Okay, so Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter has the best ending because it does the announcer with the actual move slowdown and it still shows the move text. So that's cool, right? Now, I gotta say, the flashing lights for me make it a C, right? If you so when the Marvel vs. Capcom collection comes out, you're gonna be able to turn off the flashing lights. So without the flashing lights, I'm gonna put this one in A tier, right? There's nothing I haven't really got an S tier yet, but because the flashing lights, it's not bad. It's the same thing I've literally seen 3 times over now. But the flashing lights really kill it for me because it hurts my eyes, hurts my head, all that stuff. Right? And oh, okay. Oh, the one thing, the Fatal Claw, we all know Wolverine's not doing a whole bio energy, not putting the shit out with the X, right? That's not something he's doing in the comics or X Men 97. Okay, let's just be honest. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, he's not doing it. That's like the first Marvel vs. Capcom original move. I wish they would have done something else, but again, I get it. You need an air super. You do what you do. Utility. It works in the game, but lore wise, I've never seen him do that in my life. So now let's see what's Marvel vs. Capcom looking like. Again, flashing lights. Really not a fan of those, especially in No More. I do like how the background changes though. Basically the same super we've already seen. Hold on, I'll save my comments to the end. Yeah, you could. Okay. All right. Basically the same thing I've already seen. All right. So the one thing I will say is I prefer the X Men Children of the Atom after images, which has the solid after images that just trail you around. These light, like faded ones that flicker in and out, again hurt my eyes, just like flashing lights. So I'm gonna put this one again at C tier because again it's the same super I've seen pretty much the whole time, right? And again, the flashlights kind of kill it for me. I do like how there's a background that changes, like the blue in the background, like right here. And that's nice. Not the fact there's like 5 Wolverines on screen right now, maybe 6. But like this, I like this. This is very unique to Marvel vs. Capcom. Don't hate that. But now we're going to go on to the game. Now, X Mutant Academy is a game that I grew up on. I have played this game since I was a kid. I want this game to come back in some way, right? I love 3D models of this game. I really do. I think this game is really underrated, and I've never really tried to take this game too seriously, but I do like how it's kind of 3D models, but in a 2D, um, like 2D fighting mixed with, like it's like 2.5D essentially, right? And if anybody can teach me how to take the models from this game and like pull them out so I can like use them in like Blender or some other shit, I would greatly appreciate it because I have an idea for a Wolverine, or being able to use these models as the low poly models would be amazing. But that's enough talking about this. Let's get on to the super. So what's this one? You didn't do anything. Okay, that must be the healing factor. I mean, I guess. Oh, I love those. I love that so much. I have a soft spot for the low poly models of the PlayStation. Okay, let me just double check something. Excuse me. I thought I had other videos lined up, but I don't. But let me just see. Uh, okay, so it's called Samurai Slice. Oh, so it's just one slice. Okay, yeah, that's basically the same thing. Um, okay, so I'm gonna give it points for the heal, right? I'm gonna give this game points for the heal. I love the graphics. The slice, it doesn't really. I feel like there should be more. Like if there was a way to do like level 1, level 2, level 3, and like level 2 and level 3 had other slash after it, cool. But as a samurai slice, it's really kind of lacking for me. So it's at least getting a C tier, right? Spinning top move, the little shit that does like this. I don't know if Wolverine would really do that. I mean, maybe if somebody was like, like Colossus spun him around maybe, and he was in like anti-gravity, so he could do this. It's essentially just a different take on the Berserker Barrage, but I think he would probably do a Berserker Barrage completion, or than the spinning top. Not terrible, but this is like Wolverine's just Rashid off. I don't know that that's what he's about. Okay, immediately this is already better than Marvel 1 and Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter because my eyes are not dying from the flashing lights. That's step 1, right? I will say, first of all, that color is actually a lot better than I gave it credit for. 2, the Berserker charge in this game. If the first one, if the earlier ones were doing too much with the different clones and everything, this one does nothing. It's just a bar. You don't even know that he's in speed up right. So that's lazy. Except for the spring. Yeah, automatically because it's not bleeding my eyes. This is gonna go above Marvel 1. So I'm gonna put this in B2. There's no healing, right? You can actually, when you do the Berserker Barrage, right? That's Weapon X. But same principle applies, right? It's the same super, right? But again, let me slow this down. You can tell. See how you can see pretty much each individual. Well, no, you can't see each individual slash, but it's not obscured by the hit effects. Actually, as I'm looking at it slower, it is. The hit effects are like right in front of it. I'm gonna be honest here. I think I might put Children of the Atom in A. I think I might put. No, I can't. I think Berserker Barrage looked the best in X-Men Children of the Atom so far, because even though that one's faster, right? You can actually see what's going on in this one, and you can feel each individual slash, and you feel like he's cutting through the opponent. The other one just feels like, you know what I mean? So, not terrible, right? Like, not awful. Let me look at it again. I don't know if I full screen it, right? Like, you see how you can actually see, like, how his face elongates, his hands are, like, open, his claws are stretched out, and they're, like, expanding and they're contracting almost like they're alive, right? Like, look, Wolverine's claws are obviously not going to get longer, get farther apart. It's just not, right? But it looks amazing for the animation. You can tell that you can feel the speed and the ferocity. And the speed lines also help. And the cut line. Like, if they did this, but just made it faster, that would be better. But they never do that again. So honestly, the Berserker Barrage to me looks the best in... I'm gonna give Children of the Atom the S tier. I'm gonna give it the S tier. right? If I wish they had Weapon X in Children of the Atom, but they don't. Right now, I got it because the hit effects kill it because you can't really see the moves, right? But let's go back to Mutant Academy 2. Oh god, that blinded me. Is it the same moves? Hold on. All right, this is literally the exact same, right? Yeah, no, honestly, the exact same move. So it just looks a little bit cleaner. So where did I put? Yeah, I can in no good faith I can put that higher. Now this game, if I grew up with the last one, I for sure grew up with this one. I know people know about the Sabretooth Infinite. I know people probably watched Justin Wong's video. The game is not balanced. None of these three games. That's not the point. I do miss this style of X Men fighting game. I don't want this to take over like X Men Children of the Atom 2 or X Men vs. Street Fighter 2 or anything like that. I just really grew up with these games, and I think they deserve some credit for being the X Men game at the time that we need. Right, story, graphics, gameplay. These games are better than people give it credit for, especially when you think about the X Men at the time that these games were made. Anyway, we're here to talk about the supers. Okay, literally the same thing as the last one. Okay, this one. That's the one we're going to talk about. Let me see. He's got Drill Claw. I got Psycho Crusher. Ooh. Ooh. Cutscene. Get cooked up, boy. Got more? Okay, we got the healing. Okay, so he's only got that. Alright, let me go back. Now, the two supers that are in question are the two cutscenes, right? Let's slow it down. Let me slow this one. Automatically, the camera angles make it much more dynamic, right? Now, the actual animation, when you slow it down, he's just kind of slashing in circles like slash, slash, slash. That's pretty basic, okay? Then he does some weird spin into I don't know move, okay? Now, when you play it back, right? Sound effects. You feel every hit because the music is swelling. The sound of it. You got all that shit happening. And like I said, the camera's spinning, the slashes keep going, right? And then the end when it does the little spinny and then the slash down, that's cool. And then you got that. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of cooking them. That's the most cinematic one I've seen so far. All right, this is just Psycho Crusher. So if you like Bison, you're probably gonna like that. I don't know. Wolverine wouldn't do this on his own because I don't think he has the power to do so. But like if Colossus threw him and you want to add into the move, all right, cool. I'll give you that. So I can see him doing that. I don't know how effective this is in the game, but animation-wise, it's not something I would usually see him do solo, so I don't think about it. But hey, whatever. This one, okay, more slashing. Ooh, that turnaround is nasty work. Ooh, why on my face, dude? Wolverine would definitely do that. Now, him going 20 feet in the air, I don't know. Okay, that one basically ends pretty similar to the last one, but it's the beginning one. It's the beginning part right here that sells it. I think he did that in the X-Men. I think they did this in the X-Men movie. I think that's where they're pulling the slow-mo and the camera turns. I feel like Hugh Jackman definitely did that spin. I don't know where he did it at, but I definitely remember him doing that spin. And then that's definitely Wolverine uppercut, stab, pierce. They're being held on the claw. I've never seen him do that, do a Shoryuken in 20 feet in the air, but, hey. And like I said, the last two slashes don't really matter. Then we got the healing. So, honestly, in terms of raw supers, I'm going to go X-Men X Dimension just for the cinematic quality alone. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to put... I don't know which one of these to put over there. I'm gonna probably put this one. No. Yeah, yep. We'll put it there. Now we got the last and Marvel 3. Now, hate it or love it, this game is amazing. If you don't love Marvel 2, you probably love Marvel 3. If you don't love Marvel 3, you probably love Marvel 2. I don't know which one of these games I like more. I will say I do like the Astonishing outfit more than the classic Tiger Stripe yellow and blue, just because me personally, I don't do superhero trunks on the outside of my costumes anymore. That's not really what I'm into. I get it when you're doing classic or you're trying to evoke that classic image. Do that. But just for me, like if I was to cosplay Wolverine, I would rather do that costume than this one. Right. But I don't think that they should get rid of tights on superhero costumes altogether. It's a little weird, but that's the best Berserker Barrage I've seen so far. That's probably that's the best Berserker Barrage I've seen so far. Yeah, so far, honestly, everything across the board has been improved. Yeah, that's free. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything else. Let me see if there's anything else. Right now, this is the best one. Free. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to break it down, but just trust me. This one's going now. Why is that, right? Let's just look at Berserker Barrage first. All right, here we go. Watch this. Right? You remember what I said about the reason why this one is better is because it's slowed down. See how you can still see what's going on and you can feel each slash going on. I know I muted it because it's slowed down. The way you can hear it different. I wonder if you can hear it in this version. Yeah, each slash is paced to each sound, so it's not. You know what I mean? So that's slow paced. You can feel the weight and the impact of each slash better. If you go to Marvel 3, right? Just for clarity's sake, let's go to I don't know Marvel 2. That's it. Less flash. Look, feel that's just fast slashes, and you feel the ferocity of Wolverine, but you don't really register each hit. Just boom, 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 right? And obviously, it's even worse when you got flashing lights. And I'm not going back to that because it's really gonna hurt my eye. Now, when you go to Marvel 3, right? Hold on. Look, pay attention. Let me go back, and I'm gonna slow it down this. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. I know it's slow. But look how, again, each slash is paced to each hit so you can feel it. They even have the slash effects on the screen so you can see it like he's tearing across the actual page. He has the effects of him hitting the character. You see the 3 slashes at the front. The 3 slashes at the background, they're trailing behind him. He's traveling at a fast speed, so you still get the fast, frantic speed of Marvel 2, Marvel superheroes, Marvel superheroes to Marvel 2, but you still get the clarity and the process, or the impact, and just the actual fighting skill depicted in Children of the Atom, and that's just even better, right? And just like in Berserker Charge. This one, it doesn't blind your eye. You can tell he has an orb. You can tell that he's faster because there's still bars you can use to clear it. You can see it, but again, it's not after images taking up the entire screen, making it hard to see, distracting you, or even worse yet, making your head hurt with the flashing lights and the multiple Wolverines. This is the best version of the Surge Charge. In terms of Fatal Claw, it's actually a little bit more distracting than the last one. I think Marvel 2 still did it best because there's still energy that you could get. Actually, no, I take it back, because even though Marvel 2 was a little bit more clear, this one literally looks like the X for X-Men. Wolverine's part of the X-Men, and it's like Wolverine slashes. So it's like Wolverine slashes are actually like becoming energy that are like ripping apart reality and the fabric of space while attacking. So I lied. This is still the best one, and it's still clear enough, right? So look at it right here, right? It's purple and red. It's pulsating. It's still spaced. If I go to, like, let's say Marvel 2. Again, I'm not going to Marvel 150. See, that one he's kind of escaping the actual. I didn't even notice this before, but he's escaping the actual energy, so it's kind of like not really there. You know what I mean? That one, it's kind of like, doesn't feel like Wolverine's energy. It just feels like a random attack to give a Street Fighter character that they just need to give the Wolverine. Overall, not really my favorite, but this one, this Weapon X right here, look at that. I'm gonna have to slow this one down. Look at how he's. Let me go back. First of all, we're going to have to play this in full speed. All sound. Right? Because you got to feel every part of this part. My God. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, cool. Now let's go back. Slow it down, because you're not going to be able to see this during normal. So boom, he starts it off. If you notice, right, just like before, right, I didn't even peep this until just now, right? Look at that. When he does this, his claws expand and get, get wider, just like they did in the old versus Capcom games. And in pretty much every other move, his claws stay sharp and like they usually do in comic books, right? He even does the ching ching like he does in his taunt. You see, it's not just the same reused animations that he had. He's not even kicking it. He's just using his slashes, and he's actually using his super knowledge. Like, people don't know how smart, how good Wolverine actually is. He's actually mad smart. You notice, and even still, the claws are still separating. The cutscene is good, right? He's still going around, slashing, spinning around. Each of his moves are actually connected to one. Like, he goes here, then goes here, then goes here. Not just, each move connects into each other as he moves forward. Then he's gonna do pretty much the drill claw, but make a whole tornado and go upward while slashing. He feels like he's going up at the air, and he makes a tornado effect. So that's so sick. And the camera changes and actually trails up with him and goes out, goes back in, and he goes back down again. It's like I said with Berserker Barrage. They literally have cloth that's coming down, again, just like speed lines, impact, sell the attack. See the smoke at the bottom. So it's like selling the fact that he landed. Then he jumps up, and again, it's like last time. X effects and really doing the thing. You got the camera slowing down. You got the people changes. And this time, it's even a better outro because he flips. You see the person spinning and landing, just like similar to like you have the characters who do like the sword slash the screen that goes flat, and they put the sword back in the sheath, and whatever they cut, it's cut in half, knocks down, or whatever. It's similar to that. He looks back, he's ready to fight. So yeah, for that reason alone, that is probably the best super. And to be honest, Children of the Atom doesn't compare. Next Dimension doesn't compare to that. That sells it for that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that rank. So, long story short, C rank, not terrible, not great. These two kind of did the same thing, but this extra, all the flashing lights just kill it for me. Marvel 2 took what Marvel 1 and them doing, and, like, took away the flashing lights, made it cleaner to see, easier to understand. So that's good. But they did take out some animations to make things way faster. Marvel superheroes pretty much laid the groundwork for what X vs Street Fighter is going to do, but improved on some stuff. Or actually, it actually ruined some stuff that Marvel Superhero or X Men Children of the Atom did. Excuse me. No healing. Berserker Barrage is a lot faster. The hit effects are in the screen, but the fact that it introduced Weapon X saves it, right? Because Children of the Atom does not have Weapon X. If it had Weapon X, so they would have made it way better. But since it's not there, I gotta give the credit to Marvel Superheroes, and it's probably one of my favorite verses. Marvel or Children of the Atom again. The fact that there's a healing at all, the Berserker charge, a little weird. Oh, my fault. Before I get to Children of the Atom, X-Men X Dimension, the two cinematic supers really sell it for me. I don't know if that's all like Wolverine would really fight like that. Like there's some Wolverine-esque things, but for the most part, the fact that it's the only game in this lineup to really have super cinematic supers, or not super cinematic supers, really cinematic supers, except for Marvel 3. But I think Marvel 3 was more suitable for the character, so it was better. So and it has the healing factor for Wolverine. For that alone, it's got to go on least B. But I'm putting it in here for those two supers. Children of the Atom, like I said, was the foundation that all had the most animation, the best pacing. The fact that there was not a lot of effects means you can clearly see the moves. X-Men vs Street Fighter took what Marvel Superheroes did. It had less effects in front of the Wolverine sprite, so you can see more of the moves. So for that alone, and the special KO screen, like a lot of these games had the KO screen as well, but a lot of it, like Marvel Superheroes vs Street Fighter, probably has the best old school one. And I'll say after that, it probably goes Marvel Superheroes or X-Men vs Street Fighter and Marvel Superheroes. Those are kind of tied. I just think the flashing lights really kind of kill it, and the hit effects. And of course, Marvel 3 had the most cinematic, took what was already done, and like literally made that shit sing, right? So, that being said, I thank you all for watching. As you can see, I was trying to keep the flashing light, or not the flashing light, the bright light behind me out of the camera. I don't know how good I was with that. If you guys want to see more ranking videos, let me know. Like I said, I'm super excited for the Deadpool Wolverine movie. Again, Wolverine's one of my favorite Marvel characters, one of my favorite superheroes, so you already know I need them to really come correct. I think X-Men 97 was okay for Wolverine, but like didn't really do what I needed to do for him, but I get it. You know, we got to get other characters shot, but like we didn't have to do Wolverine like that. That's a whole nother video. With that being said, I'm ready for this Marvel vs. Capcom collection. You can see me on Fightcade at Alex Loveball. You're going to see me on Marvel vs. Capcom collection at on Alex Loveball. So drop a like, drop a follow, subscribe if you want to see more content. I got a lot more stuff planned. Thank y'all for taking the time just to sit and watching me. And, go through some of Wolverine's Super's history. You guys want to see the character, drop one in the comments. Probably will get to that too, you know what I'm saying? So, that being said, I'll catch you on the next video. I can see my voice is starting to get all shaky and it's almost hit my bedtime because medical issues and all that. But, that being said, I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.